Hello everyone, welcome to the video series on subject structural analysis 2. In this video, we are going to see the numerical on save portal frame part 2 by stiffness method. In the last video already we have seen the statement of the numerical problem. The statement was analyze the rigid jointed plane frames supported and loaded as shown in the figure by stiffness method, draw bending moment diagram. So in the last video already we have seen first whether that is sway frame or non-sway frame. So this is a sway frame, and then we have calculated the degree of kinematic indeterminacy. So the degree of kinematic indeterminacy is 3. First theta b, that is rotation at b. Second theta c, rotation at c. And third one is the sway. Then we have assigned the coordinate direction. Before that we have assumed the sign convention. If the movement is anti-clockwise, plus sign. If the movement is clockwise, we assume negative sign. If it is translation or deflection is toward the right, we assume plus sign, and if it is toward the left side, we assume negative sign. Okay. Then we assign the coordinate direction to the unknown displacement. So the first unknown displacement is rotation at B. We assume that unknown as first, then second unknown, rotation at C as the second unknown, and third unknown, that is the sway towards the right. Okay. After that, we have found out AD matrix, that action corresponding to displacement in original structure. So at support BC, so there is no any external force or movement. So the value of AD1, AD2 and AD3 is 0. Okay. So after finding out the value of AD matrix, then we have calculated ADL matrix. Okay. So here for that we have restrained the structure, that means we have fixed the joint. Okay. So ADL1, this is unknown for the support B. So at support B we have to see the fixed end moment. So there are two fixed end moment, one is BA and another is BC. Okay, so we have done the addition. So moment in member BA is in clockwise direction, that is minus 33.33, and moment in member BC is plus 18.75. Okay, so after doing this calculation, we get the value of ADL1 as minus 14.58. Then ADL2 is for support C. So at support or at joint C, which fixed end moment are there? So first fixed end moment is MCB, that is it is in clockwise direction, so minus 18.75, and second fixed end moment is that is MCD, that is in anti-clockwise direction, so plus 8.89. So after doing this calculation, we get the ADL2 as minus 9.86. And third one is for the sway. For that you have to find out the reaction at B and C and take the summation of these two. So as the reaction at B, it is acting towards the left, so minus, and reaction at C, it is acting towards the right, so plus. So minus 50 plus 13.33, so we get the value minus 36.67. So these are the value of ADL1, ADL2 and ADL3. Okay. Then we have released the structure for the first unknown, that is theta b equal to 1, and we have applied the unit rotation at joint B. Here we have applied the unit rotation. So we have find out the value of S11, that is 2.33 EI. We have find out the value of S21, that is 0.67 EI, and we have find out the value of S31, that is 0.375 EI. Okay, so these values are due to the unit rotation at B. So after releasing the first unknown, then we have released the theta b equal to 1. Okay, then we have released for the second unknown, that is theta c equal to 1. That means here we apply the unit rotation in anti-clockwise direction. Okay, so we have found out the value of S12, that is 0.67. Here we have found out that this is S12, then S22 here we have found out that S12, okay, and S32 is this, the sway. So these are the values of S12, then this is the value of S22, and this is the value of S32, okay. Then we applied the third unknown, that is delta equal to 1. We assume that the sway is toward the right, okay. Now from that we have found out S13, that is 0.375, then S23, that is 0.675. This is S13 was at support B, S23 is at support C, and S33 here for the vertical member, that is AB and CD, and we get the value as 0.64 EI. So this is our stiffness matrix, and here the size of stiffness matrix is 3 by 3 because we are having 3 unknowns. So the size of stiffness matrix depend upon the unknowns. If the unknowns are 3, the size of stiffness matrix is 3 by 3. Okay. Now after finding out the value of AD, ADL, and stiffness matrix and the unknown, okay, put in the superposition equation of equilibrium of forces. This is the equation in the matrix form, okay. AD equal to ADL plus S into D. So put the value of AD matrix, all the values are 0. Then put the value of ADL matrix, so values is minus 14.58, minus 9.86, minus 36.67, okay. Put the stiffness matrix here, and these are the unknown, theta B, theta C, and delta. Now here we have to multiply the two matrix, so multiply row by column here, okay. Now here 2.33 multiplied by theta B, so 0.67 multiplied by theta C, 0.375 multiplied by delta. So here we have written that. So all the values here, EI is constant and it is equal to 14.58. So second row multiplied by the column. Second row is 0.67, then 2.67 into theta C, 0.67 into delta, which is equal to 9.86. Okay. The third row is 0.375 into theta B, then 0.67 into theta C plus 0.64 into delta, which is equal to 36.67. So here we get a 3 equation. This is equation number 1, equation number 2, and this is equation number 3. So solving these 3 equation, we'll get the 3 unknown. So those are this one. So first one that we are getting is theta B, our first unknown, which is equal to minus 1.39 upon EI. Our second unknown theta C minus 14.29 upon EI, and the third unknown is delta, which is equal to 73.08 upon EI. So this is our third unknown. Okay. Now after finding out theta B, theta C, and delta, the next step is to find out the end moments. Okay. Now to find out the end moments, we are applying the slope and deflection equation. So we have to apply the slope and deflection equation to the respective member. So first member is AB. So our slope and deflection equation is MF AB plus 4EI upon L theta A plus 2EI upon L theta B plus minus 6EI upon L square delta. Now here we know that as support A is fixed, the value is 0, and here the delta will not be equal to 0 because this is the sway frame. Here the delta will come into the picture. Okay. Now we know the fixed moment in member AB 33.34. Okay, solving this, the length of member is 4, so it is 0.5 EI theta B, and here the length of member is 4, so here 0.375 EI delta. Okay, now theta B value is minus 1.39 and delta value is 73.08 upon EI. So solving this, we'll get the moment in member AB as 60.04 kilonewton meter. Okay. Now after finding out the end moment in member AB, find out the end moment in member BA. So apply the slope and deflection equation. So MF BA plus 2EI upon L theta A plus 4EI upon L theta B plus minus 6EI upon L square. Now here value of theta A is 0 because support A is fixed. Okay. Now putting the value value of length and simplifying the equation. So we get MBA equal to minus 33.74 EI theta B plus 0.375 EI delta. Now put the value of theta B here and delta. Okay, so by putting the value and solving the equation, we get the moment in member BA as minus 7.315 kilonewton meter. So here we have find out moment in member AB as well as in member BA. Okay, now next is to find out moment in member BC and CB. So here applying the slope and deflection equation for member BC, MFBC plus 4EI upon L theta B plus 2EI upon L theta C plus minus 6EI upon L square delta. Now here, now the value of delta for a horizontal member is 0. So value of delta is only for the vertical member. So putting the value of length of member BC and simplifying the equation. Okay, so we get here 18.75 plus 1.34 EI theta B plus 0.67 EI theta C. Now put the value of theta B and theta C and putting the value and solving this equation, we get the value of moment in member BC as 7.374 kilonewton meter. Okay, now we'll find out the end moment in member MCB and applying the slope and deflection equation. So MCB equal to MFCB plus 2 EI upon L theta B plus 4 EI upon L theta C plus minus 6 EI upon L square delta. Now here value of delta is what? It's 0 because member CB is horizontal member. Okay, put the value of length and fixed end moment. We get the equation of end moment for member CB as minus 18.75 plus 0.675 EI theta B plus 1.34 EI theta C. Now put the value of theta B and theta C. So we get the moment in member CB as minus 38.726. Here remember that value of delta for horizontal member is 0 because sway is not considered for horizontal member. Okay. Now we will find out the end moment in the last member, that is CD and DC. So the slope and deflection equation is MFCD plus 4 EI upon L theta C plus 2 EI upon L theta D plus minus 6 EI upon L square delta. Now here as the support D is fixed, the value of theta D is 0. Okay. Now putting the value of fixed end moment in member CD, that is 8.89. Put the length of member CD as 3 here. Okay. And simplifying that, we'll get the equation as 8.89 plus 1.34 EI theta C plus 0.67 EI delta. Okay. Now putting the value of theta C and delta and simplifying this equation, we get the moment in member CD as 38.56 kilonewton meter. And next end moment in member DC, applying the slope and deflection equation, MFDC plus 2 EI upon L theta C plus 4 EI upon L theta D plus minus EI upon L square delta. Okay. Now here again the value of theta D is 0. Okay. Putting the value of fixed moment in member DC and the length of the member DC as 3 and solving this equation, so we'll get here minus 17.78 plus 0.67 EI theta C plus 0.67 EI delta. Now put the value of theta C here. Okay, and put the value of delta. Okay, putting the values and finding out, simplifying the equation, we'll get the moment in member DC as 21.46 kilonewton meter. Now here in the numerical the value of EI not given, so here the EI will get cancelled. So there is no need of the value of EI. Okay. So in this way, by applying the slope and deflection equation, we have calculated the moment in different members of a frame ABCD. Now as we know the moment in different members, so we can draw the bending moment diagram. Okay. Now the moment in member AB. What is the moment in member AB? Here it is 60.30. Okay. Now here the sign convention that you have to. So this is anti-clockwise positive and clockwise is negative. Okay. Now here The here the moment is was plus 60.02. So plus means what? It is in anti-clockwise direction. Okay, put the pen nearer to support is joint A along the member AB. Now here you have to rotate the joint A in which direction? Anti-clockwise direction. I will rotate the joint A in anti-clockwise direction, and it should cut the member AB once. Okay, that means this moment 60.04 is on the left hand side. Okay, now next movement in member B. Keep the pen nearer to joint B along the line AB. So here what is the movement? Minus 7.314. Minus means clockwise. So here I will rotate the joint B in clockwise and cut the member AB once. Now where is the movement? 7.315? It is on the left hand side. Okay, so after that what do you have to do? You have to join this by a straight line. So I join this by a straight line. So this is the fixed bending moment for member AB. Now here, as we know that, okay, now as we know that there is a UDL acting on the member AB. Okay, so the value of free bending moment diagram the value of free bending moment diagram will be WL square upon 8. So value of W is what? 25. Value of L is what? 4 divided by 8. We'll get the value of 50. Now as there is a UDL acting, so you have to join this by a second degree curve like this. Okay, so this is the free bending moment diagram and this is the fixed bending moment diagram. Okay, now after finding out, now what is the movement in member BC? The movement in member BC is 7.374. The plus means anti-clockwise. Now keep the pen nearer to support B on a member BC and rotate this member in anti-clockwise direction. Rotate the joint B in anti-clockwise direction. So this value 7.374 is above the line BC. Now movement in member CB. What is movement in member CB? Minus 38.726. That means clockwise minus. So I will rotate the joint C in clockwise direction and cut the member CB once. This value 38.726 is above the line CB. Okay. Now after that, what do you have to do? You have to join this by a straight line. Okay. Now next step is to draw the free bending moment diagram. Okay. Now here which load is acting? A point load is acting and it is at the center. So the free bending moment diagram will be value of free bending moment will be WL by 4. So value of W is 50, length is 3 divided by 4 will get 37.5. So join this by a straight line. So I will join this by a straight line. Okay, so this is the free bending moment diagram, this is the fixed bending moment diagram. Okay, now the last member, which is the last member now, the last member is CD. Okay, keep the pen nearer to which member? Joint, C joint. Okay, and now what is the moment in member CD? It is plus 38.56. Plus means anti-clockwise. Rotate the joint C in anti-clockwise direction and cut the member CD once. Okay, here what is the value? 38.56, which is on the right hand side of the line CD. Now next movement in member DC is what? 21.46. It is rotating anti-clockwise direction. So I will rotate the joint D in anti-clockwise direction. Okay, now 21.46 is on the left hand side of the DC. Okay, now here we'll connect this by a straight line. Okay, so now there is a point load acting at 2 meters from the C. That means this point load 40 kilonewton is not acting at the center. So for that the free bending moment value is WAB upon L. What is value of W? 40. What is value of A? Now here value of A is 2 and value of B is what? 2. So 40 into 2 into 1 divided by 3. So we are getting the value as what? 26.67. So here join this by change the color. Then, so this is the free bending moment diagram. Okay. So here in exam don't show this sign. This is for your understanding where that value is lying. For that I have shown. Only this lines is, only this diagram is expected. So this is superimposed bending moment diagram. Okay. So thank you. Thank you for watching this video.